Okay. Hey you guys, as you know, it is your girl Yulo, and today we're gonna be continuing off of Genshin Impact. We're gonna be looking into Fontaine. I had just entered the city. I'm still in the first part, and I'm ready. Let's go ahead and get this bread. So with that, let's go. If the audio is too loud, let me know. I tried to up it a bit. Um, yeah, let me bring it down just a bit. But yeah, I wanted to make sure it's a little bit louder because I think I was experimenting with YouTube videos and I realized I have to go down a bit. Well, I guess with Genshin I have to go actually higher. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and play the game. Okay. I've been listening to like the soundtrack ever since last night. I listened to the soundtrack all day today. 'Cause, like this song in particular is just such a banger. If I remember correctly from where we left off, right? We had opened up some waypoint. uh I hope they open this gap. Like I'm thinking of later patches they're gonna have to open it. Cause they did mention too of what was it? They did mention Leeway Village that's in between Fontaine. That's known for making I think tea. So we might come across it later down the road. Which I'd be down to see. Oh, what is I didn't notice this. Why is there dirt? Dang, they got dirt on the ground. I was like, where are they? Go to where Lenny is. Okay. Got the nice jazz music. Got birds flying, kids jumping. Samara villagers chilling. This is amazing. Okay.
This is our current abode.
Oh, it's daytime. It immediately said, no more night.
Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I
Yay!
see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped.
Oh,
Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Hello.
aww.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
Okay. Lenny sure seems to have a big family. What a talented family. Honestly, yeah.
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
I feel like he's gonna tell me, he's like, you do know who that is, right? Like, that's the Traveler. Like, are you dumb? Are you dumb?
Hmm? What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
It's alright, you go ahead.
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them to you.
He sounds so tired. They've been putting my boy to work.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work. All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
I'm trying to see his haircut because it's like, did they curve it upwards? How does this haircut work? Because it doesn't look right. What are they? They're adorable. Don't get me wrong. Me?
Looks like rain.
No, it's kidding.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago? Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain.
I've already been exposed to this, so I'm laughing. I'm like, bruh, someone made this man cry.
When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Could that Hydro Dragon be the elemental dragon of Fontaine? Another one of the elemental dragons at Tevat?
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something.
She's about to yell, yo, shut the fuck.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Nah, someone got he in his field.
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism.
Ooh,
Or could at least play along.
true.
Sorry, it might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers.
Ooh, true. After some time, the rain stops.
It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
I think they know. They know.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some
Why would you also make us
preparations for the
stand
show
out
at
in
the
the
Opera
rain?
House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day.
No, let's talk about this. So we stood out in the rain for who knows how long. And he didn't invite us inside his house? Like, I would have found that weird. I'm like, so we're just gonna stand out here all day in the rain? Disrespectful. Oh my god. I would be mad. Be so mad. Like, the fuck?
On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Sounds good. You go ahead, Lenny. See you at the performance.
Are you leaving now?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets, is that it? Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the owner there?
Oh. The way he's like, you see I'm in a hurry, like, bruh.
I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted, and the boss there tends to be pretty talkative. Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
Who's the talkative person?
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks.
No!
I'll think of a way to make it up to you.
Dang. Primine. He's okay. He's a good guy.
Oh, no need. This will be a walk in the park for us.
Understandable. Okay. Oh wait, they already dipped. But we can talk to Permanent. Let's go.
Thanks again, you two. I really can't deal with that lady.
Now I gotta see who this lady is. How talkative is she? What if it's Charlotte? We just pull over Charlotte's like, what's good? Oh my gosh. I think he's in the... Let me check real quick. So he might be in the actual... Oh, he's not. I didn't expect him not to be there. Talker. I should get money, but I'm really saving for no for that. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Well, I'm saying it wrong, probably. Where are we going? My brain had almost forgotten. Something available. What's available? Power? Money? Oh, nice! I had... Okay, so... Do you hear that? Oh my god, look at this little Care Bear hooves! Oh my gosh! This little Care Bear hooves!
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
So cute. Okay. Ah, such fine weather. You think so too, don't you? What are you doing? I shan't bother you further then. I shan't bother you further then? What the heck is Traveler doing? I'm patrolling and enjoying the weather as I do. Whether rain or shine, it's a good day for a Melusine. Oh, whether rain or shine, it's a good day for a Melusine. Ah ha 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 ha. Also, I've changed my pick. It's not a Care Bear. It's a My Little Pony. My Little Pony pony. It makes so much sense. This is My Little Pony. We had Rarity as the Archon. Now we got Pegasize and stuff. Oh wait, where are we going? It's like
The weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
I just like the whoop, 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 whoop. It sounds so catchy. No, our shoes are actual flowers. Ooh, where were we going? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I feel like I did something wrong. Oh wait, because we have to catch the bus, right? Where the heck am I going? Let's see. I didn't know any better. I know now. I know better now. Okay, well, let's go. Oh. Does anyone else notice these smudged dirts? I didn't notice them before, but now I can see them clear as day.
Welcome to Palais Mermoni.
What the? This dog looks so stupid. I'm like, how is he able to walk? Why are we calling this? I'm shut up with this. Oh. I can hear it coming. Oh. Where are we going? The Navia line, the Clementon line, the station main hall. Oh, nice.
Yaya Publishing House has released numerous
This is
works
like,
that
I don't
lay
know where
out
I'm
military
going.
strategy in a simple and pragmatic way. Those are my favorite.
Oh, is that what you hit when you want to go? Did I messed up. Can I climb up? Okay, I can. Can I? No, it's not one. Because there was an investigate button. How do you get up here? Because there's like there's one here, so it's like, oh, What do I have to tell you? Like, how do you do? When does the... Immediately. Okay. Oh, can we not sit down? I was gonna say.
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan.
I'm going the wrong way.
The boat will be departing imminently. Please do not stick your head, hands, or other body parts outside the
Where are we
boat.
going?
The Aquabus operator is not responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so.
Okay. What is this?
Also,
I didn't think this before.
Please remember to buy the Steambird, though I don't read it myself.
Chi-Chi. This she sounds like Chi-Chi. Also, we're not
The
gonna take...
destination of the current
Yes.
tour is Erinias. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese. If you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontaine Research Institute up in the sky. An experiment gone wrong turned new sightseeing opportunity. Human ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing.
So is that the Institute? Also, I feel like we're going the wrong way. Like, I just have a feeling I'm like, we're going the wrong way, aren't we? Because it seems like it has to be in another direction.
We are now approaching our final destination. Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark. Even though I will take any forgotten items to the lost and found, the paperwork is rather annoying as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens.
Dang, they didn't make Melusine, like,
Please
pens?
be careful when disembarking. It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip. Thank you.
Welcome to Fontaine. There seems to be a harvestable McCarty nearby. The funds are interested in kinetic energy engineering and working with people. Oh, nice. I'm glad you think so. I effed up, so how do I... Oh! Oh, so no matter what, you're gonna get your feet wet unless you hop over. After a while... I was trying to get the carrots. But yeah, do you wanna go? Oh. Sorry guys, guess we're gonna have to go on another trip, oh wells. This is the one time I actually sit down for something. Oh shoot, did I? When does the immediately?
Welcome to the Navia line. This journey will be returning to the court of Fontaine. I am Elfan, your tour guide for this trip. But I hope you won't mind if my commentary fails to do justice to the majestic views before your eyes. Anyway, the destination of this tour is the capital city of this nation, the court of Fontaine. Even the critic who once compared the city to a cage of stone and steel could not deny its aesthetic appeal.
Okay. Oh, there's a thing over there.
To the right of the Aquabus, suspended in midair, is Fontaine's renowned Research Institute. I hear the employees there do crazy overtime regardless of rank or distinction.
Oh,
I'm
wait, is that
not
what
sure
it
if
is?
that had anything to do with the incident.
But they did mention it. It's okay. No, what the heck is this then? What is going on? I just want to find the workshop. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? It's okay.
Excellent. We've reached the terminal station. Please prepare to disembark. I don't mean to hurry you, but there are just so many attractions in the court of Fontaine worth visiting. I recommend that you begin sightseeing as soon as possible, so you encounter as many of these treasures as you can. As for me, I might use this opportunity for a rest. Maybe I'll go to our ways for a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Even tour guides need a pick-me-up now and then.
You're right, you're right. However, where the heck is this? Wait, did I not even need to go? Well, y'all got to see how this thing works. Oh, nice. Okay. So we went to, I think, Parlors Men? So I'm curious, do we need to go to Clementine or Station Hall? This is not helping me, girl. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're going on 2. Maybe we need to go to... Do we need to? No, this doesn't seem to be it. Okay, so we might need to go to 1. Let's see. Okay, we needed to go to 1. Okay, so we're doing something right now. What is this place? Oh my gosh. Why does he look like he's in trouble? They say in Springville that Fontaine's the homeland of the water fairies, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, we'll definitely see them here, won't we? We will, of course we will. And I will help you find them. But I asked some of the locals and they say that oceanids are very shy. Now we need to work hard to see them with our own eyes. You're a good, patient lad, aren't you, Dyther? You'll wait for me to find them, right? Sure, of course. Aww, such a humane interaction.
Dad, where are all the water fairies?
Oh, never mind.
Bus map and schedule
We're
for
talking to
details.
no, we're not talking to her, but... Hello there, do tell, what can I do for you? Tell me about the Court of Fontaine. Is this your first time here? If it is, let me recommend some hotspots to you. If you're interested in the news and want to know more about Fontaine, I recommend you head in the direction of the Steambird. If you wish, you can purchase a copy of the Steambird along the way, and if you're lucky, you might even stumble upon the scene of a journalist conducting an interview. Oop, we already did. If you're interested in the latest fashion, you can check out Domaville Purveyor in Quartier Narvanas, which means we'll probably have a character that's in the fashion scene. Perfume and clothing stores that push the times and tides here in Fontaine can be found there too. Many tourists fresh off the boat make Narvanas their first stop, in fact. We're gonna get a character from there. They're like, I'm an exclusive fashion designer. If you do not believe me, get jelly. And then... I did it wrong. Apparently you're in the right way. Oh wait, no. Is this the right way? Ah. Where the heck are we? I feel like I just went some long roundabout. Wait, was that a treasure?
So this is the thrill of adventure. Let's move out.
Ah. If it takes me back, it's like, round and round, away we go, and away we go. Just keep going in circles. Okay, we made it. Somehow, some way, we made it. And that's what matters.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
Oh.
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me.
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for making... what were they called again?
Magic pockets?
Ah, these must be for magic pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now.
Do we need to pay?
No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount.
Oh, nice.
But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run. It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Whoa. So, is Linny actually loaded?
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
Maybe. Oh my gosh, I just noticed it's being in the back.
Hey! Is this machine what you use to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Yeah! That was kind of cool.
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a waste not to use the latest technology, and wasting is a kind of crime.
I feel like she would go to the other nations and judge them so harshly, like, y'all actually work on this stuff? Pathetic. Could not be me.
But where does a big machine like that get its power from?
Water, of course.
Well, it's a little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms for you, but basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
That's weird.
Huh? How can trials produce energy?
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically, when a trial is in session, the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it into energy to be used all around Fontaine.
That's impressive and scary.
So that's what its other function is? Paimon heard that the Oratrice was created by the Archon to make judgments. But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines?
Well, Venti and Nihida both said the gods rely on belief to obtain power.
Oh, yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for all of Fontaine, right?
Okay.
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense. Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called pneumosia.
That's too much.
It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you wouldn't mind a few words with me.
Comfort of Caviar Enforcer. Something ain't right. They're giving me Treasure Hoarder 2.0.
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month? Why are you hounding me now?
Never mind, they're the Mafia. We have the Mafia in Fontaine. Let's go.
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50% today. Wait, no? 70%.
And what's the point of having a date to pay dues if you're gonna charge them in the front? Up front. Okay.
You...
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
You're right. Sounds like a usual case of someone owing somebody else money.
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, why don't you settle your own debts first?
Oh, snap! You go around trying to... Ooh. My boy child came in.
If Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora.
Oh.
So why don't we work things out between us first, before you get back to your little conversation here?
Ooh.
You're from Northland Bank. But we said we'll pay everything we owe next month. Why are you hounding me now?
Bruh, then you're just doing the exact same thing you did to this chick. You're hounding her now.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
What the heck? Paimon's like, what's good? And he's like, what's good, you guys? Like, no. What's going on?
We're surprised to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
We sure seem to have run into a lot of friends today. Fontaine really is a curious place.
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now. And
Oh.
honestly, things have been pretty boring.
Ah.
But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble.
That's not good.
Either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
You know what I just noticed though? Okay, so I haven't said anything, but like, if we could like, I don't know, find a way to bring back Child's Face. Maybe it's because we just saw Kaveh. Kaveh has shown us that it's possible to have characters give different expressions and have some life into their like designs. But now that I see Child, I'm like, where's the expressions? Where is the life? Where is it at? We need more Kaveh, because that was the most expression I've ever seen in a character. And now I want more of it. Now I'm greedy. Now I just want to see more of it.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far. Right, Traveler?
I think we've already weathered enough storms for now. I don't mind a little excitement every now and then. Honestly.
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Aren't you forgetting something?
You about to get clapped real quick.
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this.
Whoop.
Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
Ooh.
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you
They about
catch
to
up
get
with your
clapped.
friends?
They about to get their ass beat, and we go and watch.
Listen to me, boy. If you want your Mora, fine. Why don't you come and take it?
The fact he said boy, about to get whooped.
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing, Tusser said,
No!
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys, let's see who has to pay up now!
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients.
It's true. He was kind of being like, you know what? This could have been the time they could have ran off, right? But instead they're like, no, you were talking to us. Let's talk. Keep talking. So, you know, clapback's about to happen.
You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense.
Self-defense.
You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
Okay, sure. Go ahead. They're all yours.
I'm unsure this won't take long.
Oh, wait. Are we watching them get...
Yeah, brace yourself. This is gonna hurt. Yeah.
Where they at? Come on. Let's go. Why do we have to fight?
Ugh, what's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank? Wait, don't tell me you're...
Yep.
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Got it? Huh?
Now's my chance!
Oh, I get it. Homeboy's still into combat. Why did he think he was gonna still win?
Huh. That was weird.
It's because he's in the Hydro Nation. What just happened? Are you feeling alright? He's in the Hydro Nation. Homeboy is not supposed to be messing around like that. In a nation of justice, he about to get his vision revoked.
I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
No, you're not in the line with your vision, my boy.
Strange. How could that happen? First time Paimon's ever heard of someone losing control of their vision.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway.
See, that's the smart
Besides,
answer.
I always have my delusion in case I need it.
That's also a terrible answer behind a good answer. That's like, oh, don't do alcohol, but do drugs. Like, that is so bad, you know? Do not do either. You better not use your delusion too often. I don't have a vision, so don't ask me. Not my problem. But yeah, don't do your
So what are you
delusion.
doing in Fontaine, child? I don't see it's work for Northland Bank.
It is.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
Oh?
Huh? What kind of reason is that? Wait, since when do you feel down about anything?
I don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself.
Okay.
But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every now and then I feel like I'm in a terrible mood.
Is he being experimented on?
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
Okay.
That is a possibility.
So about this power, do you have any idea where it came from?
I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss. It was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk. She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, it was because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
Maybe he's gonna be fighting his inner demons.
But what is it? What did you awaken?
His inner demon.
She never explained that. But my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that abyss. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Oh, the one that he summons in his boss battle that attacks us.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge whale that seemed to leap at us. Is that the one?
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon.
It's very possible that the power inside you is connected to your incident in the abyss.
So why don't you just go ask your master? Maybe she knows the answer.
Bruh, she probably mysteriously dipped out.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Did Homeboy accidentally go to Conrio? There is so much we can unpack here.
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that.
Yeah, understandable.
Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere else I need to be, so I should get going.
What? More work for the Northland Bank?
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling bored.
Okay.
Official champion duelists? You mean it's their job to duel?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist.
Okay.
The champion duelists are all-powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point. So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial.
Okay.
And the
that's
worst-case
nice.
scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel.
Never mind. I take back my nice comment. I really thought it was nice. It was not.
Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise, why gamble with your life?
So, do many people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Wouldn't it depend on who you fight him?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens. Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine.
Of course, this is child, always catching hands.
Apparently the one I'm meeting today, Clorend, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me today.
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before. Clorand. Huh.
When we met the Hydra Archon.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have this.
Oh, his vision.
Your vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
I think he wants us to hold on to it.
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel, so I think I'll be better off without it for now.
Okay, smart move.
Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
I wonder if visions are also like GPS signals. Like, after, say he's done, right? He needs to come find us. Well, he just sense it, like, I know where it is. And then just like...
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
Okay.
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon. Well, since we don't have much to do for now, we might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's performance.
Okay. Under Paimon's enthusiastic leadership, you walk all around the court of Fontaine.
Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along!
Hey, don't blurt it out, Paimon. It's rude to spoil the mystery for everyone else.
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Whew.
Sorry.
Paimon never saw that twist coming. The murder mystery novels here are amazing.
Never thought I'd see the day when Paimon would enjoy reading. Do you have any idea how long we were loitering here?
The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too.
I'm good. You already spoiled who the murderer is.
Oh, sorry about that. Paimon will be more careful next time.
That's it. Okay, so how do you guys go about your, like, stories and movies? Because for me, I'm down for getting spoiled. As long as, right, here's my caveat. As long as you don't tell me how they executed it. So you can tell me who did what, right? But don't tell me the breakdown of how they got the mission done, right? So say person A, person B, like person A killed person B, and you tell me it's person A, I'm down with that. I'm like, okay, that's right. But if you're like, yeah, person A, like, cooked them in a tub, and then put food in it, and ate them as a soup, as a cannibal, or whatever crazy thing, then I would get mad, because I'd be like, you didn't have to give me that whole breakdown, that whole gameplay of how they went about it. But yeah, what's your take? Do you like to be spoiled? Or are you a person that's like, I don't want to hear the name, I don't want to know how, I don't want to know nothing. Shut up. Like, how are y'all about that?
Hey.
Put it in the
Shouldn't
comments.
we be heading to the opera house to see Lenny's performance soon? It's
Wait,
almost
that's a
time for
great...
the show to start, so we should get going.
I had almost forgot. TG. Okay. Forgot to look at the comments. Okay. There you go.
Lenny said that the opera house is on Aranias, so let's go ride the aquabus.
Wait, where are we going? Oh, low power. Okay. Ride the Navia line and head to... Wait, so we're gonna go to the right spot this time? Because last time I was messing up. It's from in the bag pretty bad. Can you go in here? Did I mess up? Hold up. This looks like a food court. I'm not gonna lie. I only came here so I can go ahead. Oh, she's the hostess. Hostess with the mostess. Greetings, dear customer. Can I help? Yes. Food. Yes! Let's go! I don't know anymore. Is that it? Cream of mushroom soup. Garlic baguette. Okay. A dessert made of egg whites. The cooking process is simple. Froth the egg whites properly and half the battle is won. Place the heated egg whites on the sauce and you're done. The dessert has an exquisite look and is the first choice of Fontaine ladies for afternoon tea. I cannot see for the life of me. It looks very fancy. Fanta. I wonder what it tastes like. I wonder.
If you want tea or water, just
Oh, whoa. This is where you have like an important meeting. Okay. I really did think for a second this was like the equivalent of having an elevator inside the thing, but it's not. Oh, it's telling me to go another way. Oh, do I just go this way? Oh yeah, I would. Navia line. Oh, nice. I was like, I don't know which one I'm going to, but I'm going to one of them. After a while. How do you do? When does the immediately?
Hello, passengers. I am your tour guide for this trip, Fontaine. We are now heading to Erinias. Many people are tried there and sent to the fortress of Meripede. But passengers needn't worry. Life in the fortress of Meripede may be a good thing for certain groups of people.
So I'm wondering if this is the actual...
The construction of Clockwork Mecha has no restrictions outside of patent law. Other than the Fontaine Research Institute, many private workshops are engaged in researching and building all kinds of Clockwork Mecha. Some people will modify existing models, and other criminals will use Clockwork Mecha for theft, robbery, surveillance, and illegal exploration, among other activities. If you encounter such a situation, please report it to the nearest Mare Chaussee personnel immediately.
Did you all see that? That is so cute! That was cute. Just the
We are
little
now
bubbles.
arriving at Marcotte Station, where this journey ends. Any passengers interested in taking a commemorative photo of their Aquabus journey are advised to do so at the court of Fontaine Station on the Clementine line. This is
Okay.
because the atmosphere there is much livelier. Plus, my diligent colleague Aval keeps her boat in a much cleaner, photo-ready condition. And also, my Malazine hands struggle with holding cameras.
Aww. I'm surprised they just didn't make Melusine based controllers and stuff. Oh, there's a thing over here. Y'all see this? There's dirt here. Like, I know you could be like, why does that matter? But
Trust and rebuild.
can we clean it? You can't even clean it. I tried. Also, why does this look prettier than usual? It looks so much prettier. I like how they actually make the teleporting waypoints like actually aesthetically pleasing to go to. Like they put effort. They're like, we're gonna make this look intentional. Okay. Oh wait, where are we going? Oh. So wait, do I need to hop on another? It looks like I need to hop on another boat, maybe? Oh wait, no, we're just straight up walking. Okay. This is so pretty. If this was a real place, I would live here. Girls. This place is beautiful. Oh, they have lions. Which is funny, because I don't think we've seen any lions in the game. Oh! They're gonna judge me? Like, how dare you go in the water fountain? This is amazing. I love it. Oh, it's just a golden retriever. Okay. I thought it was like, I don't know. I thought it was the fancy dogs. The King Charles. This is so pretty. When I get back, I'm definitely judging these NPCs because I feel like they all have their own little stories, you know? Maybe going for the main story. Well, what's their main story, you know? So we're gonna do that when we come back from this. Because I want to know what I want to at least guess. Got another waypoint. Success!
Things like the stories here never happen.
There's a viewpoint? Oh, that's nice. And we're seeing in sunsets. I feel like it's even more beautiful. Like the way the sun's basking while the flowers are there looks. You know what? I can't find fancy words today, but it is
Now
nice.
this is fancy! The Opera Epiclese. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
They're probably waiting.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
Aww.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Oh.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Ooh.
Vache.
What? Huh?
What's wrong?
Vache.
What? Why is everything always happening to Traveler? Did you just say something, Paimon?
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Whose voice was that just
Welcome
now?
to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Ah.
Lynette! You scared Paimon! When did you get here?
Lenny asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
By the way, Lynette, I seem to hear a faint voice just now.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
It seemed as if the voice was coming from the fountain.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
What do you mean? It's the middle of the day. I think it's the best time for eerie things. Nighttime would be the worst.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of her sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here.
Oh.
So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
Huh. That's an interesting explanation. I'm not sure whether I buy it, though.
So, what did the voice say?
It seemed to be calling out someone's name.
If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
They got murdered.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Lenny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Lenny.
Okay. Why is it Traveler's always listening to the creepy things? Rules of the opera players and announcements pertaining to the opera Epiclese, not for other usage. Continue reading. Magic Show, Great Magician's Night of Fantasy, starring Linnae. Intro, a magical magic show performed by the great magician Linnae, bringing you a night of miracles and fantasy? Maybe? Yeah? A brand new water tank escape trick will be debuting, so don't miss it. Continue reading. Stage play, The Death of Aurelius. Sorry, guys. As the Black Day draws near, Aurelius fell, and the whole world trembled. Intro, the third and finale part of the Aurelius trilogy of plays based upon the epic legend, the Saga of Aurelius. Go back to the final moments of a hero's life and witness the dying light of an ancient empire. The timing for this is not good. You're putting people on edge. What else is there? Remember my life and life on the straw. Epic of Aurelius excerpts. Ode to Judges excerpts. The most renowned orchestra is a renowned Fontanian orchestra. It is especially notable for being entirely composed of excellent musicians. I would sit there just to watch them. I'm sorry, it sounds so stupid, but I would love to do that. Pieces for this performance will be broadly divided into two sections. The first half will feature excerpts from the opera Epic of Elaine's, while the second will be a hymn sung by the chorus. Objection! Why does this performance include no hymn to the Archon? We must strongly protest this. It is blasphemy and should be judged. No, in accordance with a special request from a certain member of the audience, the entirety of Verana's benevolence has been added to the set list. Please do not leave the venue prior to the end of the show. It's her! She had some sass about it. And they had to sit there and watch. Oh my, I'd just rather not show up then. Because if I'm gonna be I'm gonna be mad. Okay. I don't want to read anymore. That was too much, bruh. They really like, you gotta sit there for the end of the show.
Traveler and Paimon, good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived.
Yeah, we're supposed to show up around nighttime.
But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment, I'll fetch the tickets. The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Okay.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Lenny.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
This is kind of weird, like, based off of how the game's time is trying to portray this story. This is all happening in the span of one day. So why is he so nice? He's already giving us, like, front row seats. Like, all we did was collect flowers. It's not that much.
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Lenny.
Oh, sure, you left tail. I don't like the music. The music's giving some shit's about to go down energy. Oh no. Oh, wait, this is the actual... Oh my gosh. Because this is also the court. Like, this is where they throw the actual cases. So this is kind of crazy. Wait, so do people actually get to go up on stage and, like, play out their executions? What? How does this work?
These should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down.
Oh my gosh, that echo. Bruh. Paimon doesn't have a seat. Oh. I thought it was the... I thought it was, homegirl. I thought it was father. I was gonna be scared. Wait, is he sitting beside us? Like, what's going on? Oh, he's not sitting beside us. What's the problem? Ignore.
Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still. It's kind of awkward if we don't say anything.
No, it's not. This is what would happen. If it was a modern day, I pull up my phone and ignore this person. You're up, Paimon. Isn't that usually your job? Oh, look at that.
Of course you put this on Paimon.
Yeah, because you always talk for us. Get the talking.
Excuse me. I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry.
Oh, he has such a fancy voice. Let's go.
I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh, he's British. Is this Connor? If you guys don't know, there's a YouTuber called CDog VA, and his name is Connor, and that's what it reminds me of.
Oh,
who's the voice actor for this?
You heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down.
No, you're not, Paimon. You can hear the echo. It's really bad. Who's the VA for this guy? Oh my gosh, I can't even spell his name. Oh, nice. Whew. Popped up my face. I was gonna be like, I don't know. Is it? Ah, it's someone else entirely. I don't know why. I just assumed it was CDog. My bad.
Wait, that's not it, Paimon. Sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So let's talk, but, what should we talk about?
I didn't realize that in a way he is sitting next to us. I don't know why. Second of all, that outfit is so majestic. That's beautiful, astounding, magnificent, astonishing. Just all the right things. Oh, he's so pretty. He's so pretty. Look at this man. Pretty. Like, he makes Lumine look really pale in comparison. Oh my gosh. Speaking of which, when are we ever gonna get Lumine Aether skin? Like a new skin. I would love to see that. Okay, sorry. I rambled for too long. This is getting even more awkward.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Aww. I thought he'd be mean and stuck up. He's so sweet.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then? Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction.
Wait, why does Traveler look so sad? Traveler is just as uncomfortable.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat.
Nice.
And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Why is everyone cutting each other off? This is disrespect.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Aww.
Wait, Nervillet? Could he be...
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is.
No, but he's very majestic.
Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Ah.
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
Okay, that felt a little bad for Paimon. We really pushed her into it.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to.
You better not be doing anything stupid or I'm gonna take you to court.
There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now.
Oh. Was she just watching the whole time?
I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
Cringe. Cringe.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon.
Dang.
She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Wow. You said just go ahead, look at her, give her little respect nod, and you keep going doing your thing. And just, oh my gosh.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
I was gonna say, it's still empty, Aya.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before!
The echo is still getting me. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're really in an empty theater place. The crowds enter the venue and the curtains open for the show to begin. Okay, now it's normal.
Oh, they're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
I can't take this seriously. I can't.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny.
There we go.
And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
Oh, nice.
Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh my gosh.
Good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations.
I've seen the trailer. This is where it all goes down in the wrong path.
I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
No!
A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
Okay.
Huh? But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
Oh!
Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's nice.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Carmen didn't seem to do anything.
So was the trailer alive? What is this?
Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
What a show. No wonder he's a famous magician.
If we could see easily through his tricks, and that would mean that his skills are still lacking.
True.
To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
True.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen.
Okay.
I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member. Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow! How's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
I'm sure we can spot how he does it. Let's watch and see.
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector.
Watch it be us. I'm just kidding. I wanted to be Paimon just for
It
giggles.
selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute.
Whoa.
Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible.
Wait, they never told anyone? Like, what if she was claustrophobic? Like, what would they have done then?
You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meropide.
Oh, okay.
She is not amused.
All right.
No.
Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
I'm sure Linny's prepared. With the whole crowd counting together, you couldn't even if you wanted to.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together.
Dang, here, Paimon. He said, not, not today.
Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
60, 59, 58!
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
54, 53, 52? Why aren't you counting, Nervalette?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Oh, alright. You looked so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something.
40, 39, 38! Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double checking the direction of the magic.
It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, midair right above the audience.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
I think it's all part of the show. Maybe he's just supremely confident in his abilities. What?
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
Did it come from the stage? Maybe it was just a diverter touching.
Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
25! 24! 23! What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
19!
18!
17!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
What the heck is going on?
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? Nope, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5!
Oh my god!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
Where's the girl? Where's the girl? We didn't want to talk about that? But we don't see any blood. So was someone trying to kill him?
Is this part of the show? Mr. Linney, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
No! No! This is like those scenes and the kid's like, you can just make it all disappear. And you're like, no!
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
It doesn't look like it.
This
perhaps.
performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
That's the thing. I don't think, even if this was a case, right? I don't think it's him. Because for all we know, someone was really trying to bump him off. So.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
It's the fact that she's still a bit shooketh that I'm like, oh no.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
After some time, the guards complete their investigation.
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Lily's magic troupe.
What about the girl?
Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found.
Ooh.
It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance, and there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
Ooh.
The serial disappearances case?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
And to pull it off like this in front of an audience, including the Archon and Chief Justice, that would be the most effed up thing to do.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
What are you talking about?
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
Oh, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not?
Exactly, one of his assistants. Second of all, being chosen wasn't that based off a random generator? Third of all, it's his magic show. What if someone was trying to bump him up? There's too many issues with this. I do not like that she just assumed.
Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
Girl, I hate that she's not like just sitting there watching hoping like, you know what, I would rather she did what all the other Archons did and just sit back and just watch everyone just go at it. I feel like that would have been the best motive for her. Just sit there and be like, I'm just a judge. I watch everything. And then I'll make my final verdict. Like, that would be perfect.
That can't be right. How could Lenny do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
It's hard to believe all this happened during the show. He's a suspect at most.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
Whoop.
I just think that he... Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
What is this? She's not willing to be bold about that?
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
Oh no.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
I think she realized the problem, because she can't say anything, otherwise people are gonna just... She has to be utmost right, which she's just automatically right, which is a problem. Because she can't say what she thinks without a bunch of yes men by her side. That's...
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, Traveler.
Bruh.
You'll support Lenny, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
She knows she messed up, and now she's asking us to help. This child. I hate her. I trust Lenny.
Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met.
No, we didn't.
But with Lenny's help, our little duel ended in a draw.
There was no draw.
But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
Okay. I feel like by the end of the day, right, she's gonna be the winner. But at what cost, right? Which I feel like she's gonna lose a bunch of people around her, and then she's gonna cry and be like, I messed up. And then we're gonna be like, okay. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions. Ah, my knees.
It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order.
And somehow we became lawyers, so...
Well, Traveler, Seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case?
Yes, I am.
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House.
Oh, that sucks.
The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
I was gonna say, how do they know that the criminal isn't in the audience? Well,
A
words.
day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
This booty muncher. Okay. Everyone is dismissed and the audience begins to leave along with Verena and Nicolette. What the heck happened?
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
No.
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
We've seen too many accidents.
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor Cal. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
No.
Good to hear. Thank you so much for trusting me.
I don't think he's the murderer. If anything, I wonder if someone tried to murder him.
I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did.
Well, first we need to learn how the heck his performance was supposed to go, like the behind the scenes, so then we can figure out where exactly someone could have broke it, you know?
Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Yes, it's very strange, but there's no denying what happened.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Where did she get them? Where did you get those glasses?
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh?
Pause. Y'all probably wonder what I'm doing. I'm about to take a picture. Clownery. Okay. Oh!
Don't worry. Paimon used her own savings to buy them.
Oh.
It wasn't from our travel funds.
Okay, that's good. Wait, she got her own savings?
Cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
Where did she get her own savings? Also, I'm gonna take another picture of this, because you know I'm about to clown it. I'm about to post this on my TikTok. I cannot. I can already imagine catching like, I'm gonna need y'all to get on y'all Zoom.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence.
That's where we come in.
Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I won't let you down. I'm used to this sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, just leave it to us. Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Oh, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
Good sir, this is the time to give up them secrets because you're getting put on trial.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it.
Oh well.
But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it. We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case!
I'm happy Paimon's excited now.
Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
Wait, is Paimon mini Sherlock Holmes now? We're Lenny and Lynette's attorneys.
Ah, I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
You know, if I was him, I would grab him by the shirt, pull him close, and be like, listen here, buddy. Do you know how many times I've been put in this random shit? Do you know how many times I get put on the spot to save somebody's life? So don't fucking tell me not to get mixed up. I'm already mixed up. If this was a freaking pudding, I am mixed all the way up, down into the bottom. I would just be too mad at this point.
Huh? What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see.
Whoop.
The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him.
What is this drawing? It looks so sloppy.
The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged.
Okay, so who's to say he's not the one who sabotaged? Is he really dead? Let's think about that.
As you probably saw when you were in the audience,
nice.
The water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
But why was Cal inside? Wasn't the girl supposed to be in there?
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But who else is handling the props? That's another question, because I wouldn't think it's just one person.
But he doesn't have a motive!
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, my boy. He gave us free tickets. I don't know what to say.
I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand.
Dang.
I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
Dang. But that's not always true. People can also be the most reliable.
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward.
Understandable.
Just know that I'm warning you for your own good.
Okay.
Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
Maybe. Oh, I thought we were going to do the thinking bubbles for a second. You can use the case record to confirm your current evidence and clue collection situation and sort case-related information. You can check as yet undiscovered evidence and clues in the case record, then investigate the corresponding area to locate them. Use the perception skill to find evidence and clues that can be investigated within a certain radius around yourself. This will advance your overall progress. Is this like collecting the little bubbles? Is that what we're doing? The investigation from the guards indicates that the fireworks launched at the trial ended the magic performance set the rope dangling the water tank alight, causing the tank to fall and kill Howell, who was within it. It seems evident that Linny is the likeliest user of the prop to commit a crime. However, the reason for the victim being Howell and the reason for the chosen lady's disappearance remains mysterious. Remain mysteries? What? We're not questioning it. The deceased identity. Dang. Rip my boy Cowl. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants named Cowl. He was well trusted by all of his colleagues. His job was setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. Okay. A detective in action. Oh. Let's go. We about to go track everybody down. Hello. Hello. Hello.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, okay, see?
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Exactly.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
I'm surprised they're willing to give us information. I would assume they'd be like, no, we're not telling you nothing.
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
But y'all are talking about the number selector being off, so I think that's a chance.
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared.
Indeed.
Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time.
Ooh.
I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
But what do you...
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
So wait, does he go through all of them? For reservations? Because that'd be kind of weird. That's the thing, there's so many weird things in this, and I don't know if it's just because it's Genshin or what. Because it's like, when you have people dealing with props, you would have more than one, I would assume. Unless it's a really small event. In this case, this doesn't seem like it was a small event. And then you have the seating, which again, you would think that someone else would be managing all the tickets, not just Linny himself. Right? Like, maybe his sister could also have assisted, but like, other than that, it wouldn't be just him. Like, there's so many things that I'm like, is this just the game's way of logic, or is this actually, like, just how it is? You know? Like, or is there something actually wrong? I don't know. I don't know. Thanks, sorry to bother you.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
Okay, this device was used during Linny's magic performance to choose a lucky member of the audience. However, the guards have found that it will generate the exact same number no matter what. Clearly, someone has tampered with it. Okay. Oh, shoot, my bad. We already got this guy. Unless you're looking it up. I like the music. The broken magic box was left on the scene after the guards completed their investigation. Looking at it now, the water tank must have struck it real hard. White line. Oh, yeah. This is where the magic box was struck. You can't take this drawing seriously, but okay. If Cal were inside the box at that moment, he might have dodged the falling water tank.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
So either Lenny didn't realize this was a safety concern, or...
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
I'm just looking at where the rope was snapped.
Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
Like a type of flash cotton, it seems to be flammable.
So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait, Paimon should write all this down. Let's take notes.
The investigation has shown that the location where the rope snapped was made of flammable material. Okay. Well, I was thinking about... We already talked to this person. Oh, this guy. I think he's the last one.
Hello there! What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troupe members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence.
Okay.
The seats were all booked in advance. so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Could you tell us who she is?
Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person.
Okay, that's
Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself.
Bruh, I wish they said she's an artist so I could have compared her to Halsey the singer.
Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show.
Bruh, Halsey's me. I wouldn't leave the house. This is me in the worst case scenario.
The magic troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections.
Okay.
It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects.
Okay.
Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Sorry.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
How old was she? Because didn't they say, like, once they hit 16?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
So they're in the range. I thought it was like they all hit 16. Because then again, he did say she was working.
Okay then.
Thanks for letting us know all this.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Okay. Halsey is the missing person. She's a famous painter. You know what? No, I don't like that. She's a famous artiste, okay? And came to watch the magic show in order to take a break from her own creative work. She isn't known to have been entangled in quarrels with any of the members of Ling's magic troupe. Homegirl was not amused, and I can see why. I can see why she wasn't amused. Is this like a certain circumference? Whoop! I saw something over there. Wait, where's Homegirl? Is she still over there? I guess not. I don't know where she was initially. Oh well. It looks like an ordinary box, but Linny somehow moved instantly from the stage to being inside of it. How did you do it? Underground. I think there's like a little elevator that you can walk over and then come back up. At least that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe it's underground.
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
I don't know you though.
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
From earlier.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I cannot take Paimon seriously, like... taking another one. This is gonna be me throughout the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, Paimon, you look down.
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or something like that.
Maybe.
When the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
But why?
But wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Then wouldn't the water tank have started to swing a bit in that case? Also, wouldn't some of the water have leaked out?
Oh,
Or is
that's
that just
true.
me?
I suppose I must reconsider.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
Strange sound during the magic show. Blah. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many audience members heard. Okay. That was a good one. So there's one more that we need to find. Is there something over here? Oh, there's more people. Is it Molly?
Lenny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright.
The fact that she's so laid back, that's how you know. They might be innocent.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. I think someone will be... Lenny's still talking to the guards. I think someone will be...
So are we done then? Oh, okay. So I guess we're done. Or at least over there. No. Oh, we can leave?
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Who the...
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well, you're right on the mark about that one, but who are you?
Oh, she's right.
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
No.
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it.
Mafia.
I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
So it sounds like there's two mafia groups in Fontaine.
Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
She's such a pretty character though, so...
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
Oh?
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
I feel like that's her, like, father or something. Like, this is... I can see a story where she's like, oh, he's my butler. And I was rich, but I got kicked out of it and I lived homeless, but he still took care of me all these years or something like that.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No, no need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
So you want to investigate as well?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
This is a compliment or an insult? Also, now that she says this, I'm just like, I feel like she'd be the type to listen to criminal podcasts. Unsolved criminal podcasts. Not bad.
Really? We think so too! That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Okay.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she?
Exactly. I don't like that. Navia, we can link up.
But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away.
True.
Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Yeah.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
No, she's making complete sense.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
I like her. There's a thing favoring your Archon, but like also telling your Archon when they're being dumb. Well, when you put it like that.
All right, I've answered your question. Now it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
No.
Well?
Not always.
And why would that be?
Doing so makes it easy for the truth to fall by the wayside. Something serious like a trial shouldn't be treated like entertainment. True.
See, Silver and Maloose? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think that the traveler's response was most excellent.
Especially because when you think about it, right, a real everyday, I know it's a game, but like you think about the real case, like trials, regardless of whether you're in the wrong or in the right, usually involve someone getting injured or someone potentially dying. Like in this case, right? Why are you making a big show out of it? That's, I don't know, I feel like that's disrespect to like the family. Cause like maybe they just wanna go ahead and get it solved so that way they can go back to mourning, grieving. So you making a whole like, let's do a whole performance over your dead coworker slash possibly son, possibly father, possibly grandson. Like that's so heartless. So no, I would not be about that life.
No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact.
Yeah, you're messing with real people's lives. And their loved ones.
And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Maloose. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors.
Nice.
Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
I just realized, can you imagine someone who joins the game now? Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a good minute before they can catch up to this.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Paimon. This is where you take Paimon by the shoulders. You're like, Paimon, you should just get used to this. Or you're just 2 nations away, maybe 3, before we can, GTFO out of here.
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure.
Oh.
Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
Companion. Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's more like it.
What the heck, Paimon? I think you're missing the point, Paimon. Seems you've already agreed, then.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth.
Okay.
You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
Okay.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister?
Why did she turn her back against him?
And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
He got nothing on his mind.
I have nothing to add.
He's just here for the ride.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Lenny's tricks. Thanks!
On my back. Okay. I was gonna say, should she already dip?
Speaking of that, I think magic shows would be very popular in Poisson.
I can see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic. If I could make things disappear, cleaning my room would be a cinch.
Okay, I like her.
You need not worry about such things, demoiselle. That falls under my duties.
Oh, right.
Oh, nice. It's a cute little thing.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
Ooh.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck.
Oh.
But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was.
Oh.
If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave.
Part of me feels like she's like fibbing. She's like, okay, I kind of like did a little peek, but I think it was that big of a deal.
We Melazines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here.
But did anyone enter midway?
This'll be useful info.
No one left the Opera House during the magic show and after the incident happened. Only those who had their identities cleared by... But they said no one left. They didn't say no one entered. So now I'm a little sus. Just saying. We're all talking about who left. We never said who entered.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going.
Sir, you're under arrest.
Let's see, shall we?
You were too friendly, you're under
Things
arrest.
are getting interesting, huh? We're
Oh.
about to see how magic is made.
How are we not gonna use Yongfei for this part? We gotta use her. Yongfei on the case. Detective Yongfei.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and will be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
True. This is gonna be the biggest magical performance ever.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick.
Look at that.
But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back of the door isn't the same.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board.
Oh.
So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
Wait, does that mean there's another box inside this one?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
And this passage linked the two boxes together.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
Oh, I get it now. It took me a minute to click it.
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Now what about your side of the trick?
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
Oh.
So that's how it all worked! Wow! Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
I can tell a lot of thought was put into this.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
Is there any other exits in that room?
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now.
What does he mean?
I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Don't say that. I feel like this is gonna be the worst for her. It's like, yeah, can you keep an eye on the two magicians that have been performing disappearing acts? Thanks. Like, I could see her case. I'd be like, bro, I'd be mad too.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Okay, Linny gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work. By using a box inside a box, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Linny himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Meanwhile, having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of on-stage interactions. Oh, there's another. The magic box on stage has an additional layer to its rear in which Lynette and Linny's clothes remain hidden. She would appear at the end of the magic trick and lead people to believe that Linny had been able to instantly move to the box on the other side. Wait, how much evidence do we have? The magic box at the center of the audience stands has 2 layers, and beneath it is an entrance to an underground tunnel. This was how the lucky audience member was meant to have been transported without the audience noticing. Okay, we got 3 pieces of evidence. Woo! Examine control board. Okay. Oh, this guy. This should be the control device for the trolley. It seems to be able to operate on. Here's more evidence. Makes me happy.
Huh. What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Linny didn't mention this earlier.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
I think someone tried to catch one of the boxes and pull it back.
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
A rope that has fallen to the ground, a metal hook that has been tied to one end of this rope. Its use is unclear. Why is there so much water? Oh wait, no, it's because of the base.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Maybe it's for a trick?
Oh! Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear. And Here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
It wouldn't have been possible.
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
I like the drawing of this vase. It's actually pretty nice. There are many pieces of a broken flower vase on one side of the tunnel. All the water within has been spilled. Judging from the distance, it seems unlikely that it was knocked over by a trolley meant to transport the magic box. Okay. There's a couple more things. We already... What did I miss? The stairs? A ladder is required in order to return to the magic box, but... Okay. Okay. I didn't think that was needed, but okay. Clothes? She wasn't wearing that.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right?
No, she was wearing basic clothes.
Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
She wasn't wearing that. There's no way she was wearing that. She was wearing a basic yellow and beige top, or yellow and supposedly white top. Linny didn't mention the guest having a wardrobe change.
Right! And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them?
Yes, because everyone's looking for them. So if you're trying to kidnap someone, you should kind of make them look different from what people are searching for.
Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
I read my manhwas in this game. Wait, why is her glasses different? What is going on? Why are her glasses different? And that was not the young lady's clothes. The clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. What is it? Wait, no, now I gotta check something. Hold on. Oh, she still got it on. You see this? What is going on? Because she had the little swirls, but now she doesn't. So I'm like... Okay. It's funny that she still has it on. Me too. Me too. Got me playing these games. High precision is required to complete this magic show, and tracks are perfect for making a trolley stay on its designated course. I think that's it, right? Never mind. It's not it. All kinds of props and costumes are haphazardly stuffed inside. The trolley is crucial for transporting the magic box to the other side. The culprit must have used this to execute their plan. Okay, is there anything else I missed? Oh!
What is this place?
Looks like a vent.
It seems someone could fit through here.
Oh yeah, it's big AF.
Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Yes.
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
I don't know. Maybe.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Other than those that go for the magic boxes. And Lenny and Lynette were in the 2 magic boxes.
Oh, you're right! Let Piper
I don't know which one it hit. Figure it out later. The tunnel vent looks like it could allow one person passage, barely. But leaving along with the missing lady seems an unrealistic prospect. I don't know, I think it's possible. I think it's big enough to pull it off.
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Like, I can imagine the person hopped in.
Let's head back up.
I can imagine the person hopped in and then they just dragged her body unconsciously. Oh, I just realized we only have traveler. Oh, we can't do super moves. Oh, I didn't want that. I can press buttons, y'all. I'm just kidding.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement.
Okay, but who knows? Maybe there's a random thing underground in the basement. I'm just saying, there's some endless possibilities.
The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
How can you know if someone was hiding there if they already left?
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
It would seem so.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable.
What if wait, no. Because didn't they say Cal was new at the job? What if he been planning this? I think Cal faked his death, and he's the one who kidnapped Halsey, and he just had a fake body there. I'm just saying.
No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
The Oratrice will too?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice. To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Fascinating.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought Neuvillette called the shots.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. Which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice.
It's like having AI and human work together.
Ah, yes. The guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Huh? Why?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties. Or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa, whoa! There's no need for that! Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
Now's not the time to be picky.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too.
See, I like her.
I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all.
Paimon.
Just kidding! Just kidding! Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Can make some here?
Huh? Here? But how?
Is she a pyro user?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Is she a pyro user? How's this work? She gives more Geo vibes. I think she is a Geo. But where?
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Okay.
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
Ooh.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
What the?
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
These three are quite the interesting group.
Must be a spinner de rose laughing. Nova mentally handles ingredients, pulls fresh macarons out of the oven in short order.
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling.
I'm wondering if those are facial expressions on them. Those are some big boys, though.
From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process.
I'm gonna be honest. Can you imagine you had like giant macaroons, like this big, like a moon pie size? I would be ecstatic. Not tiny, like big. I'd be so happy.
But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
How long did that take?
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
That's not quite what Paimon meant, but okay.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty, beating egg whites, and baking like this?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack.
I keep hearing about that. I don't know why, I just keep hearing a lot about macarons being the hardest thing to make.
Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Only 3?
What is this? This is so weird, but it's also cool.
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
I feel like 3 is still too much.
Tea is ready to be served as
Especially
well.
no size.
This is Demoiselle's favorite. Strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit.
Thank you. Why don't you take a break as well?
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
So apart from the twins, we're left with 2 other people. The missing girl and the deceased.
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel. Resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
See? Exactly, gotta make it hard.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
There's no evidence that this third person even exists.
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person. But the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
It's Cowl, think about it. He's new, he just got the job within 5 months. 5 months, and then he just suddenly dies. Everyone liked him. But no one knows about his backstory. Everyone just likes him. No one knew if he had a kid or a wife or anything. Sus. My boy Cowl's sus.
Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowl before making her escape?
But she had no way of knowing how the magic trick worked. Or did she?
And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the magic troop's members.
It's Cowl. They just said it, right? They would have to know how the magic trick works. Cowl would have to be the one because he's setting up the props, right? Along with anyone in the troop. So it's Cowl. Done. Big brain it. It's Cowl, because no one's considering the dead.
From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell great! They're nice and crisp and super sweet!
Also, who's to say that the deceased Cowl, right, didn't just take the one camera that Lynette had, made a fake version of him hitting like on the ground acting dead, so that he could set it up for later. You see, there's a lot of sussy things here. It's a lot of suspiciousness.
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
Dang, Paimon.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
It's fine. If you ate them, you ate them. Oh, it's fine. Everyone knows how much you love eating.
Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? How could you?
It's because you eat so much. How can I believe you?
If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach.
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. Malus, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
I'm making more.
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Oh, there's really no need to do that.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
I don't know why. It's giving me Ruby vibes. Is anyone else getting that?
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
Now he does a second round of baking over the 2 missing macaroons. However, the discussion that follows does not yield much progress.
Well, that's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area.
Okay.
I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you think the case over again. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
That is true.
Alright, thanks for your help, and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
Neither Carl nor Jose had a motive. But after having talked to Navia, the likelihood of a third person being involved seems very low too. No, it's not. It's Cowl. Or so can we say Cowl, right? Maybe Cowl didn't have a motive. But maybe Cowl was a disguise. I'm just saying. I'm calling it out every time. It's Cowl. Has to be. Okay.
Alright, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial.
It's like the music that's playing.
Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare.
How do we get up here?
Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Oh. Were we at the highest level of stairs? It seems like there was higher stairs. I was gonna say, can we sit here? Nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at these notes. I feel like I already said what I needed to say, you know, like, by the end of the day, it's the dead man. The only problem is we can't go find him to prove it's him. Oh. Okay, where's the case? Oh yeah, we have Homeboy's thing. Child's vision appears as if child lost control of the elemental power within it. Before a division has lost its glow, now that its owner has left it behind. Okay, I think the new piece of information. I didn't know the thing dimmed even if someone was gone. I just assumed it only dims or it loses its glow when, like, well, it lost its glow. It didn't say it lost its light, so I guess. I got ahead of myself. What is this? Okay, I don't care.
Whoever the murderer was, this rope was obviously tampered with. This rope was people needed to register and reserve a seat for the show. That, combined with this number selector, could allow you to pick a young lady instead of some old fogey.
Some young lady instead of some old fogey.
Paimon doesn't get this at all. You think about it for a bit, traveler. This flower vase is probably a prop for the show. But it also could have been used in the crime. Why would it be him? How strange.
It's him.
Gosh, no wonder the serial disappearances never got solved.
See, look at this. Look at this. She was not wearing no purple outfit.
We all heard that noise, didn't we? The performance would not have been visible from where the doors were guarded. Well, there was no chance Paimon could have seen the... And that's why there was no digging a tunnel just for a magic trick? Whew, that must have been a lot of work.
Not yet investigated. We're missing something.
That size...
Oh, we're missing two things. We're missing a couple things. Okay. The Opera House, we're missing one. And then in the actual thing, we're missing two. Okay. No. Woo. My homegirl was gonna get hurt. I was gonna be scared. Be like, ma'am. Wait, this is me? Do I even have the thing? Okay. That means there should be something that allows me to actually pull up. Okay. It's so pretty! Okay. It's probably somewhere. I want to go back to the tunnel. It did mention something about the thing. I wonder if it's gonna let us.
Shudder!
It sucks. There's clothing. Examine tracks. RT, okay.
Beg for mercy.
There's two things missing. We're supposed to just go ahead and get the thing over with? I would rather like to keep looking for evidence. Especially because they mentioned that the vent leads to the actual... What the hell's that? It's kind of upsetting we couldn't pull from the actual control board. sucks. We can't. So I'm assuming we might get more time? Because we can't look any further, which I think sucks.
Yeah! More speed.
Okay. Cancel. Darn, there's no investigative button. Okay. Go ahead and grab the time. Do it to 8. I don't know if it's gonna allow me, so just in case I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, you should be. Hey, look at that. That was nice. Just by a minute. Let's go. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I do have some thoughts, but let's take things step by step.
Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
I'm still calling it. It's the dead man.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands.
True.
Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
True.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
We're missing information, and I don't like that. I'll make sure in the future to like check everything before, because I feel like I didn't.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well now, don't you all look disappointed? Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed. That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence.
I usually such a...
But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
You know what? I felt like... Right? Oh, that's my skin. What the... I thought I had something on my phone, but then I was like, no, that's just my skin. I don't know if I have a scar. I don't think it is. But anyway, I wonder if this is gonna be like a whole shtick with the Archon. She's like, you guys are my enemies. You're my rival. I'll get you. Meanwhile, Traveler's just like, bruh. Like, what is it? No, there's one anime in particular. It's the one with the girl who's like supposed to be pretty and perfect in like the public eye, but as soon as she gets home, she like gets in her little hamster snuggie, and then she'd be like, Coca-Cola and a potato chip, and she just plays video games and watches anime and just a whole slop, right? But like there's a character in that show that literally is all blue, and she's like, so and so, you're my rival. So I feel like that's the vibe I'm getting from. If I find a way, I'll drop it in.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session.
Oh, dun 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 dun.
Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Linney clearly reveals the details of the magic trick. Everyone in the audience is stunned.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
Oop.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so?
Oop.
And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
Oh wait, that's actually a good question. Come on, Lenny, why didn't you tell us this?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
How can Lenny not know about that sound?
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box and I definitely heard the thud.
Ooh.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
They probably represent the Oratress's stance on the trial.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye.
Dang, why is she so mean?
Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
Ooh, she went straight for dirt.
The House of the Hearth?
There, Fatui? Oh, homeboy don't like
No wonder
him.
they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
Are they actually innocent for once?
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
I'm not gonna lie, like when they showed the back of her head, I'm like, if I could have just snipped that ponytail thing they were trying to create. I feel like she would look good with short hair. Maybe that's just me. Also, she's mean. She's very vicious here.
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy.
This is giving Ruby vibes. This is Weiss in season 1. I'm sorry, it's just, even that scene where she got excited, I'm like, Weiss has done that. Oh my god. I don't know how to feel about this anymore.
Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Oh, loser. Anyway.
Hey, Linny! Why didn't you tell us this before?
Linny and Lynette are Fatui?
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth.
I'm not saying, I feel like they should have stated the mission of the House of the Hearth or the mission of the Fatui, then I'd be like, oh, okay.
Are these claims true?
Go ahead and say yes. There's no doubt about a magician's ability to con others. Given how Linny has concealed his identity, this could all have been set up beforehand. Plus, Child is here in Fontaine, along with house operatives. There must be some scheme at work here. I've been a victim of such schemes before, and now?
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh!
Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
Oh. He felt guilty, though, so like,
I knew it!
Well, that's it, we might as well move on to the sentencing already.
Dang.
What should we do now?
Permission to speak, Your Honor.
Granted.
My client has withheld some key information. My defense cannot proceed.
In that case, what is your request?
I request a brief adjournment. There are things that must be discussed.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Ooh, she's such a pretty NPC. They really put a glow up on the NPCs.
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought.
I do not want to talk to her. I'm like, bruh, I'm still gonna prove you wrong.
In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
I'm just saying, all you have to do is get appearances or it's just no problems. Okay. Well, according to Jordan, you meet with Lenny and Lynette backstage in the Opera House. Go ahead, spill them beans.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up.
Well, how dramatic she is, I feel like just as dramatic as one person is the same amount of petty. So, you know, yes, I would expect it.
I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Yeah, sorry.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two.
You gave us the front row tickets, how could you? Couldn't take it seriously.
We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys.
Again, we did meet them in one day, so like,
Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Vitui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset.
So then why did you play us?
But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Honestly, that is true. Now that I think about it, because there's the chasm. The chasm has proven that. With the, if you guys don't know, there's one mini quest, right? And you come across a bunch of Fatui Harbingers, and at the time you can tell that they've been down there for a very long time. Because it's like probably before the Leeway quest, right? Because they're thinking that Leeway and Fatuis are like still in diplomatic terms. Because of what happened after post-Leeway main story, Leeway and Chesnaya are like they're not lit anymore against each other because of everything that went down. However, they don't know. They didn't know. No one told them. They never gave them a heads up. So the whole time they're just like, what's going on? No, they're our comrades. What's happening? And then you find all the old letters of the what is the Milif? One of the Milif soldiers was letting them know. Again, this is all from memory. So if there's anyone that's like actually just knows, coming from my memory, okay? Thanks. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's really all I remember. But again, they thought they were partners. So it makes sense if they were like, oh yeah, we're willing to help. They don't know that the mission's changed. They didn't know that this is what's going on.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
But why are they... I don't know, it's the Fatui, that's the thing.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face.
However, it's the Fatui. So it's a question mark.
I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends.
Aww.
That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead.
Okay.
The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
But how can we know this isn't all just another lie? True.
Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, You both say that, but...
Explain the other issue first. Where did you actually go while the trick was being performed?
Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now!
Mm-hmm.
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box.
Oh, dang.
So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
And what did you find?
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice, which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came.
Someone tried to speak to him. Just a hunch. Is it Father?
On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought. After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
But why do you want to understand how the Oratrice operate?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either.
I feel like they're being played. Because again, I keep thinking back on the trailer, right? I think they're being played. I think the core is made by, what is it? The Hydro Archons, I forgot what they're called. Tee. But yeah, you know how they have like the chess pieces? I'm like, I feel Gnosis. I'm like, so I feel like that's what the core is based off. It's based off the Gnosis, right? Whoever heard him actually found the core and took the core before he could even see it. Maybe they took the girl as hostage. Who knows? Oh yeah, because they probably took. Okay, right. Just a random thought, just a hypothesis, right? Father heard him come down, right? Father heard Lenny come down, was like, okay, Lenny knows too much, or Lenny's gonna trail it all back to me, because again, Lenny has this key piece of information. Someone else was in the room, right? So they're like, might as well go ahead and bump him off. So they're putting the blame on him for committing a crime that he did not commit. And yeah, that sounds like a plan. If you heard someone come in, you want to make sure they stay silent. And what's a good way to silence them? And then, you know, frame them for a crime they didn't commit. So.
But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
You're right. See it, Nuskin.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however
Did we
you
get
choose.
2 options? I knew it. See, we always get 1 option when it counts. I would really want to see what would happen if we did 2 options. I believe in the facts. I will defend you from these charges. I believe that judgment will be dispensed as it should.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
Actually, we already have the key. We already have the key evidence we need.
Huh?
The German's almost over. Let's go back.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
Looney claims that he headed to the chamber containing the Oratrice core upon entering the tunnel, and did not witness the crime taking place, and thus did not hear the thud. Lenny claims to have heard a mysterious voice within the chamber that houses the Oratrice core within the Opera House's underground structures. Okay. Gotta pull up my Yonfe, because we gotta pull up. Yonfe, please help me. Let's go. The brief adjournment ends and the nail-biting trial reconvenes.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention, at this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective.
Oh my gosh, this is such Ace Attorney vibes. Oh, based on the opposition's account of events, you can identify loopholes in their statement. Use evidence includes obtained during an investigation to refute any erroneous assertions of facts and replace them with new inferences. Ah. Use your big kid words. Okay. Refutations to convince the audience and obtain more support from the people. The oratrice will display such shifts clearly. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grab what? Woo! I thought it was a spider. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a charger because my phone did die. But we'll get back to this. I am back. Okay. Phone is charging. Use your reputations to— oh yeah, we already did this part. See? When you find and refute all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unveil the truth. Ooh!
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel.
Okay.
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linny red-handed. So Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident.
But then who burned the rope? That's a question.
And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
This is some good art, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the events?
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events. What Linny experienced and what he saw.
Okay. Okay. Linny entered the tunnel as the countdown began. He did. This loud sound was from Linny. No, it's gotta be B. No, he headed to the chamber.
According to Linny, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Yeah. How maybe? Thank you. Linny knocked Halsey out using a can.
Linny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth. Linny did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say! When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the tunnel, but he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately.
I'm a little sad that Traveler didn't get to say it. Darn.
The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent.
Ooh. Successful refutation. Let's go. Oh, can I leave now? Do I just leave? I hope I leave. What if it makes me restart?
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that!
Oh.
Wasn't it awesome?
Oh, she's out of breath.
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
Yeah.
That's right!
Moreover, I believe my opposition's reasoning is flawed.
My reasoning?
The on-stage equipment was clearly tampered with a premeditated fashion. However, you say that Kyle bumped into Lenny by chance. Ooh, I don't know.
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill?
That's what I was saying. I'm like, okay, we can't just jump on Lenny to try to kill people, because for all we know, someone could have been trying to kill Lenny.
Assuming that what you say is true, Lenny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Lenny's so happy. He's like, for once, I'm so happy someone's talking a lot for me.
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell them! And that's why they're partners of mine. You've managed to turn things around.
Like, girl, stop talking.
Well,
You're exposing
your
yourself.
denial is very strident. I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims?
Do you happen to remember how you refuted Linny's alibi initially?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't.
Your claim has now become my weapon. Your claim has also become a critical clue. Oh! Wait, did someone just open? What opened? What opened? Ooh! Okay, the voice in which just... I was like, what do you want me to do? Tap it? What are we doing? What is going on? Entrance and exits. Strange sound during the magic show. Does it... Oh, we can select it. Ooh, okay. Irrelevant. Gosh. Oh! No one left the opera house during the magic show, and after incident, only those who had their identities clicked and guards could leave. There was an audible thump that many audience members heard.
That's right! Lenny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance. This means that when the crime happened, Lenny had already entered the basement via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Okay, I like how they're both trying to be like, oh, he's not a part of this, but they could still put another charge on him for trying to go find the core. So it's like, I'm really hoping they don't bring back to that, like, why were you there in the first place?
Well played.
To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
A third party, Mamura. The murderer was... Oh, we're back to thinking, you guys. Select the gear icons in the interface to check the corresponding case questions. Select answers and fill all the empty gears to verify the correctness of your deduction. If you have made mistakes, you must make another selection from the remaining options. Once you have answered all the questions correctly, you can complete this logic chain. Okay. How did the culprit trigger the onstage accident? The guard's investigation report indicates that the fireworks released near the end of the show ignited and burned through the rope suspending the water tank above the stage. This caused the water tank to fall and kept power in the box. Yes. If Linny is no longer under suspicion, only the other members of the troupe would have been able to tamper with the props. Linny gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work. By using a box inside a box, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Linny himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of an onstage interactions. The clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Select any clue to view detailed information.
Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility? The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Exactly! I think it's him.
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along?
I think it's him.
The deceased's name is Cowell,
because he would have known how to...
assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
See, I knew it. It's the dead man.
That can't be right. Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Thank you.
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then.
Wait, are they gonna be like, haha, psych, sucker?
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Thank you. Yeah. How can we envisage Lenny as having been unable to interfere with the crime? It's a lot of details.
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey?
I'm wondering, right? What if the cops did the job for him, right? So, like, for instance, they took his body somewhere he knew they were going to leave him behind. And he did a switcheroo so that the cops accidentally carried Halsey's dead body, or unconscious body, right? Meanwhile, he left in another outing, maybe? I don't know.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So, there must have been some fear that she would attract attention. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Lenny as well.
I get it. He chucked her body in there.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey?
Into the tunnel.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
Oh, it's not correct. But we do have one thing right. Homeboy was involved.
Halsey's clothing was in the... Lenny was not in the tunnel at that... No one entered or left the opera house. The sound we heard may have come from a clash.
Oh. No? Oh. It's like, dummy. This is what the answer is. Okay.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that...
They gave enough time.
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances.
They're gonna get dudes like, hey...
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent.
Okay. There's only two answers here.
The sound we heard may have come... No one entered or left the
It's the dress. Oh no, did I mess up? Must have understood the mess behind Lenny's magic. I must have been in a position to easily modify the equipment. Ooh, got scared. Leaving aside how he died, Cowell had all her mates commit the crime at his disposal. The strange noise could likely have been the sound of Cowell and Halsey struggling. Lenny was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. This would have given time for Cowell to bring Halsey out of the magic box in the audience stands. But according to the guard's testimony, no one entered or left the opera house, so even if he had taken her, there'd be no means of exiting. Exiting from the box would have been in full view with the audience, pretty much guaranteeing that they would be discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
Where in the world did Halsey go?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff.
Did I mess up?
And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Escaping from the water tank. Wait, could it have been the water?
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
No! Hold on a second.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the deceased's name and
We didn't even get an
Lenny's
option.
assistant.
Okay.
The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
Let's go! Big brain. Let's go.
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Oh, just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment.
Can't wait to make her eat her words.
How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
I request that we examine Cal's personal effects.
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust the traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him.
See?
But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
And he was new at the job, so did they really do a background check on this guy?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress.
Let's go. Nicolette is... he's OG.
Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Callum.
After some time, the guard returns and news. He's missing!
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are... water from the primordial sea.
The primordial sea?
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
Ooh.
The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty.
Oh, snap.
The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject.
Oh, snap.
As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
Oh.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Oh, snap. That's why the prophecy's a thing. Someone's trying to take out the people of Fontaine.
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partner?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order!
Ooh. That's a loud bud. You don't need a mallet.
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results. But we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines.
She's dead. We're not gonna see her again.
Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Oh, snap.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
We're back to thinking again. The liquid the guards found in Cowell's luggage seemed to have the ability to dissolve Fontainians into water. That's so effed up. That's just dang. Okay, the hook.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form...
I like how we're... Oh, I was gonna say, we haven't talked about the rope.
The rope that strung the water tank up was...
And I would say the water.
The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped before...
No? Okay.
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with this?
I doubt it.
I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
Go ahead and hit that. I think it still has to do with the
rope that
rope.
strung the water tank.
No. Okay.
Lynette was in the magic box.
And then, let's see.
I remember there was something else within the inner layer.
Didn't seem like that was it.
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time.
Okay.
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire...
Wait, what's going on?
I remember there was something...
Okay, what's going on then?
The water from the primordial sea...
Okay, we got it. I was gonna say, like, what am I doing? Big brain energy.
Ahem! It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again!
These little nods, cameos. I'm liking it. Okay, go ahead. Did I miss something? Did I do something? Oh, I forgot. Hold on, you guys. I forgot to check in. And then I turn off the volume. Okay. Okay.
In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Oh, so he is dead.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person? What a humiliation.
Now, It seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case, and we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
Bruh.
What?
That can't be.
I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you. Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Always repeat it.
Lenny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent, having made modifications to the props beforehand. His accomplice Cowell then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Lenny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime. Ultimately, he knocked Cowell out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization. Am I right, Mr. Lenny?
Mr. Lenny. Why would say Mr. Holmes?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here.
Yes, there is.
Is this the end of the road?
No, it's not. We'll find a way.
Oh no! Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around this. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
I think we've all seen enough now. And we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale.
I hate the fact that she keeps trying to shut it down. Like, oh, I'm right. We can shut it. Oh, I'm right. We can shut it. Like.
Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Let's go.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic?
After what we all just saw, I don't think anyone want to see magic for a minute.
I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Lenny, if you would be so kind.
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again?
Oh, she wrapped me in a box.
Wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lenny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf. But, as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
Oh.
And voila.
And she pops out.
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
She's the accomplice.
I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
Ooh, okay.
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt.
The land of freedom.
I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one.
Ooh.
That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Linny was the one who caught me in the act.
Oh, she's that girl.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me.
Oh, so Homeboy tried to kill a Fontainian. However, because she's from Mondstadt, it didn't work. And then she defended herself and ultimately somehow killed him. That's a better plot twist.
He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nap me. I wasn't going to take that lying down,
Ooh.
so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box.
Let's go, Lillian. Love her. Make her playable. I'll buy money on that.
There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
If they're a practiced hand at concealment, probably. A professional thief could make it work.
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it.
If that's the case, then she didn't know that the rope was flammable. So yeah, who set up the flammable rope?
Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, now you are, so...
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Yeah, now it's time to repeat the Hydra Archon's previous reasoning.
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
We gotta shut her down. And now we get to shut her down. We're like, no, that's her reasoning. Silence, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, Linny entered the tunnel after okay, he did. Tells you she didn't dissolve. It seems the link that was knocked over by the trauma. What can it be?
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
Okay. Oh, it's so cute. Someone flooded in. Lillian mistakenly thought she was about to be arrested. And so broke out of the box with immense strength, causing the lock to... Okay, she pulled up. And fighting between Linny and Cal, that did not happen.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowl.
This is I'm trying to see this art style. Okay. Okay. And now he did not knock her out.
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
It was too much additional information.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time!
Okay.
Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowl leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a thief, who made her way in by stealing a ticket.
That is convenient. And again, if this person was not from Mondstadt, but Fontaine.
Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
But who set the box? Yeah, go ahead and knock that back down. Nice. Also, who set the box? We didn't answer that. We got flammable rope. We didn't answer that question. What's that? Okay.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the opera house these last 2 days.
What did she even eat?
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
Okay, that's what happened.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
No, it hasn't. Cause who killed Homeboy? Cause they didn't talk about the rope.
Ah, so that's the whole story. Bravo! Bravo!
Ooh, justified.
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
Dang, she really tried to skedaddle.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow, look at that! She's like a deflated balloon now.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events.
Dang. Honestly, I figured bad. I feel bad too. Like, dang, let me just skedaddle.
The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved.
Oh, so he set it up afterward.
He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks.
So he basically planted his own death. Yikes. Okay.
He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim.
Yeah.
Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house.
You guys realize this has to suck for the voice actor, because then he could straight up go for this if he plays the game. He's like, I already know how this is done. You're like, dang, that's gotta suck.
He was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent.
They let my boy Lenny go. Let's go.
While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately,
I was gonna say,
this case at least can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
What if it goes like, guilty? What if they just called it guilty immediately? Ooh. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Oh, that's so lit.
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Okay. Bro, I want to be a Chief Justice just for that moment. Just like, shit. Just so much finger and it pops back up. I'd be ecstatic.
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Let's not celebrate just yet.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn.
What?
How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dared to bring before this court?
Girl, don't be trying to lash out now.
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes?
Busted.
I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
Where's Coupon Town?
I was just following orders.
From who?
We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
He gonna go. I'm gonna take him out.
I'll tell you everything I know.
He gonna be taken out, because it's not that easy. When has it ever been this easy?
Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration.
Like a drug?
We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about. The...
He turned into water.
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
However, nothing is found in the scene apart from the liquid left behind after Vaughn dissolved.
So, we're just going back now?
Well, there's not much we can do now. The problem seems to have been solved for now. We're not needed here anymore.
That's true, but...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
He lied.
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me.
This sounds like potential fanfic. I'm just gonna call it. I should have said it earlier, but I can't lie now. This is potential fanfic.
But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
I just didn't wish to see anyone be falsely accused. I just wanted to be sure that we're square.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time.
No.
As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past.
As long as he could perform it on stage, I'd be down. That's okay.
Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic.
Okay.
It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days.
Oh, they got duped.
But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
Villains. So what happened after that?
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans. Father, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I had just been betrayed by nobles, but she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
That's all in the past, though. The knave is after Gnosis, isn't she?
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power when she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
Okay.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
But if that's the case, I feel like the Tsaritsa only agreed so that way she could be like, oh, now we can use this as leverage to Fontaine to swear their alliance. And Fontaine is known for its advanced technology, so there could have been a possible Conria mishap where it's like they build the next robots and stuff. Forgot their names, but you know what I'm talking about.
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. All of us house members here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. We won't give up on defending our homeland. To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
I'm sorry, but I still can't completely trust you.
It's all right. I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
I understand. Goodbye. Ooh, you just leave with goodbye. Edgy traveler, let's go.
Bye, Linny.
Are they gone? Oh, they're gone. We really walked off on them. We said we do not have time for you to... Did you smell the blood stains? I mean, water stains? No, they did not. Whoa. A lot happened. A lot happened. Yonfei, save the day. Hmm.
Hey there! What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too?
I'm sorry, Navia. Oh, no.
What's wrong, my dear partner?
I was really only trying to defend Linny. I wasn't necessarily looking into serial disappearance cases.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now? And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Ah.
Oh, sorry.
I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all.
It has been technically, what, 3 days? Or 2 to 3 days.
Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
It has been less than a week? Bruh, y'all don't leave Traveler alone. Oh no. Wait, hold on. Protect your privacy. Da, da, da.
Don't say that, Navia.
Aw, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer. Sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia.
Aww.
Don't mind me. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
Well, if you say so, let's go have that meal then.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navia's treating, count Paimon in!
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
All right then, let's have our farewell meal.
Nice. Okay. Act 1 is good. Offerings to the Fontaine Lucent. Offer the Hydro symptoms you obtain from your adventures. Blah, 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 blah. We did it! I'm very happy. I think this is where I'm going to end off, to be honest. Let me go ahead though and collect all this stuff. Sounds smart. Oh, we can clean this. Wow, they're doing the same now. Yeah. And then I was gonna say, I think we did the test runs. Not all of them. Oh, that's a flaming crab. To be honest, the only time I think of crabs now is the, what is it? Really, it's the death with Amelia Earhart. If you guys didn't know, Amelia Earhart was like one of the well-known women aviators. She did a lot of impressive stuff, and if you have the time, go check her out. But one thing that stays stuck in my mind is how she died, right? Which you guys are probably like, how did she die? Simple. So, again, this is just from memory, but her plane landed into one of the nearby islands down in South America, I think. In particular, this island was known for having a bunch of crabs. It's like the giant crabs, like probably bigger than a pet maybe. But the thing is, she had gotten into a plane accident that crashed into the island. Her leg was broken at the time, and because of that, she was unable to move. So a bunch of crabs came up and ate her. So ever since then, it's been stuck in my head. Every time I think of crabs, I'm like, they are just as ruthless. What am I? Oh. Perfect. Just want to make sure we hit every area here. Perfect. Going back to Leeway. Gosh dang. This is a journey, y'all. I didn't realize we were taking journeys. Okay. What time is it? Where's my clock? Oh my gosh. Let me check. Okay. It's 8:14. I gotta get ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow is a Thursday, and that's a work day, and I need money. So I'm gonna go ahead, get this set up nice, because I'm probably gonna get back to this afterwards. Like, I'll probably be playing on my tablet, and then I'll go ahead and knock out my... I've been pushing off my commissions. The goal is, I don't know, like, y'all let me know. Do you guys think I should pull for Lenny, or should I keep on saving for Novelette? I'm hoping, because I want to get Novelette net, like, this banner, when his banner comes out. And then if Lenny gets a second banner, then go ahead. Just go ahead and grab him then. We do have Lynette. That's free for, like, everybody. There's also, even though she was a bum under this whole trial, I do like Folacor. Folacor. Yeah, I'm probably saying it wrong. But I do like the Hydro Archon, so I also want to get her too. So that's the goal. That's the mission. So let me go ahead, sign off. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me for this first act. I can't believe we got it done. Woo! And with that, let me go ahead. Okay. As you know, it is time for your girl to go. Bye!